Hey guys, I Command here, bringing you a special video because we just got something for Imperial Assault that we haven't been getting very often, which is a news article. Actually, two articles came out today, but one is about the mall map that rotated back in March 4th. We also have some new rules updates, both to the mall map and to the card on the lamb that we just got today on Monday the 18th of March. And I also want to talk about Worlds a little bit, which is coming up in less than 2 weeks at Adepticon. I do want to click on that article, the rules update article real quick here, just to show you guys this little quote they put at the top of this article that's 3 weeks late. This little quote right here by Kanan. "I lost my way for a long time, but now I have a chance to change things." I hear you, OP. I hear you. You know, FFGOP, they've been in a bit of a dark place this past few months, but they recently got some new leadership in, and it feels like they're going to be trying to turn things around for the better. So I am hopeful that things are going to start improving for everyone, not just the X-Wing players and the Legion players. So real quickly, let's look at those rules updates that just came out. So for those that don't know where to find those, you can find them on the Fantasy Flight community page under Miniatures, Imperial Assault, and the Rules subforum. And there's an official rulings thread right here at the top that's pinned. So let's look at that. And they just released some new rules for the skirmish mission on the mall map that just recently rotated in. They needed to clarify that figures, there should be the following sentence included in the mission A: Triple Cross gangsters can suffer damage and be targeted by attacks and by abilities that can target hostile figures. That means that they can be targeted by things like Vader's Force Choke, and of course that they can be attacked. That was just an omission that caused some confusion. The skirmish mission B, now that one was a bit of a confusing one. So that map starts off with 8 neutral mission tokens on the map. Oh no, excuse me, not neutral, faction mission tokens on the map. And because of the way it was worded, it was a bit confusing about whether the players were supposed to take a mission token from the supply. But it turns out each player will pick up a token from the map and reduce the total tokens on the map to 6. So that's an important one. Make sure you go read that, look at that mission for Maul, and check that out. Okay, and then one last ruling we need to talk about. This one actually also came out today, courtesy of Fight the Wookiees, also known as Dane. Special thanks to him. He's been doing a lot of communication. I think he helped get the ruling for the mall map. But anyway, there is a new ruling for On the Lam and figures that have recover, like Surge for Recover. So in the past, if a figure played on the Lam, it would be able to basically move to a space where it couldn't be attacked. But then if a figure that was attacking it happened to have a Surge ability to recover damage, such as Ezra, that figure could still spend the Surge to recover the damage, because normally if you dodge an attack or if an attack misses, you would still be able to recover. But they ruled that because of the way that On the Lam works, basically when the attack loses a target, if you have to redeclare a target and you can't declare a valid target, the attack basically just stops, and you don't get to go through. You don't get to roll dice if you haven't rolled dice already. You don't get to modify results. You don't get to spend surges. So that kind of brings it into line with how they were ruling for Set for Stun, where if you on the lamb, you would not get stunned by Set for Stun. It's kind of bringing that into line. It's very different from the way a lot of us have been playing it, though. So this is a big change for those who play competitive skirmish and you are been using Spectre Cell or any figures that can recover or do like ancillary effects on attack. This affects things like Blaze, Ancient Blaze, so things like that. So important ruling. Make sure you guys check those rulings out on the subforums, the Imperial Assault forums. But all right, now let's get into the main story here, which is the new skirmish map that's being released. So this is, so I want to clarify, this isn't actually a new map. This is a map that came out with the Captain Taro expansion back in, I want to say, what was it, Jabba's Realm. And so you can see it uses a lot of the Jabba's Realm tiles, and it's actually a really cool looking map. Even though it's not new content, you know, there is some clues in this article that, you know, might lead me to believe there might be some new content. Maybe something coming out in the future, maybe. But I'm not going to speculate on that right now. Right now, I just want to talk about this map. And also to clarify, so this is going to be one of those rubber neoprene mats that they release for the game that's pre-made. And those are important because they signify for the skirmish players who play an organized play, that is usually a hint as to what the next map that's going to rotate in is going to be. It's been consistent, 100% consistent since they've been releasing these play mats. So we know that this is most likely going to be the next map rotating in for competitive play. So because this is a map that already exists, we can actually open this up in the Vassal program and take a closer look at it. So this is actually a really cool map. It looks, just talking about the map itself before we get into the missions, it looks like it's pretty balanced as far as favoring close versus long range. I've mapped out the deployment zones here using these targeting tokens. So for this zone, you can see that it's just this one map tile is the whole deployment zone. And then here you've got a little bit more complexity. The deployment zone encompasses all of this. I haven't really looked, but it looks like the deployment zones are fairly balanced. There are, so if we look at the map here, we can see right immediately to the right there is this super long open hallway for snipers. So Alliance Rangers are going to be really happy on this map. Similarly, over here we can move, both sides can move out into this long open narrow hallway where there's lots of sniping opportunities. But the nice thing is, right here in the middle where the doors are, there is opportunities to move up and strike the opponent's side without hardly giving any line of sight here because of this blocking terrain, blocking off this middle part. So it looks like there's good opportunities for both close range melee figures to approach and for long range sniper figures to kind of do their thing. So let's take a look at the missions here. They're pretty interesting. So the first mission is called Renovation. So Renovation, the neutral mission token represents the shield generator. A figure can retrieve a fuel cell, and a figure carrying a fuel cell can spend 2 movement points while adjacent to the shield generator to claim that fuel cell. And at the end of each round, each player gains 3 victory points for each of his claimed fuel cells, then 2 victory points for each fuel cells his figure is carrying. So the shield generator, you can see is right here, the neutral mission token. And then all of these colored mission tokens, faction mission tokens, are the fuel cells. So your figures can interact with these fuel cells to pick them up, and then it looks like you can spend 2 movement points and take them over here to drop them off, and then you'll be getting 3 victory points at the end of each round permanently if you can do that. But also you're getting rewarded with victory points if you can have a figure carrying these at the end of each round. So that's going to be kind of a neat pick up and deliver mission. It's certainly something we've seen similar things before. And then the mission side B is called Claim the Ruins. It says neutral mission token represents a shield generator, again right here. End of each round, if a player controls the barracks, and the barracks is this big tile in the middle right here. If they control the barracks, they gain 6 victory points. Then if a player controls the shield generator, they gain 4 victory points. So that's kind of just a straight up King of the Hill mission, but it's kind of different because it gives you 2 hills. This one is worth more in the middle, and then you've got this secondary hill, which is actually just this one square. You have to control the square, or you can control any point on this tile, but you have to be the only one that's occupying that. So I think that's going to be a really interesting mission. Again, looking at the map design and layout, this is a very large map, but it's not large. It's not large in the way that Lothal Waste is large, where you have just these huge long line of sight lines, and it's very well broken up by doors and blocking terrain and walls. I like that this cliff area is not impeding anyone really, but it's somewhere you can run to if you need to hide a figure. But it's not like in Nalhutta Swamps map where it was right next to someone's deployment zone and they couldn't get over it and get to the important parts of the map that they needed to get to. So yeah, this looks like a really good map. And I'm excited to start playing some games on this one. Okay, so the last thing I want to talk about is actually Worlds. And I'm going to go back to this. Worlds is happening at Adepticon on the 28th, or no wait, the 20. It's the 30th actually, March 30th, and I'm going to be there, and I'm going to be recording games, as many games as I can during the Swiss and during the Top Cut, and I'm going to be uploading them here. I'm also going to try and record some interviews, record some other stuff for you guys who can't make it. And also, for those of you that can make it, I am going to be giving out a special promo card, which is a card that I had special art commissioned by a local artist here in Portland who does game art, and he's an excellent player and he loves Star Wars, and I'm very proud that I was able to work with him. So if you can find me, if you're at Adepticon Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, be looking for me. I'm the big blonde guy with glasses, probably with a tripod, playing Imperial Assault, and I will be giving out an alternate art Drokkatta that I just had printed, and it looks so great, and I'm going to be really excited to give these out. After Worlds, I'm going to figure out how I can get these to all of you. I'm probably going to do, I don't know, a contest or random prizings. These weren't cheap to make, but I do want to get these out into the community because I love you guys and I love Imperial Assault. And anyway, so yeah, be sure to check it. We've got some middleweight games coming up from a tournament we had on Saturday that I'm going to be posting up soon. And then in the next few weeks, we're going to be posting up games from the World Championship. And I just want to say thank you guys who watch the channel. Thank you guys who are subscribed. Please keep clicking those like buttons, post in the comments, tell me what you think about the new map, tell me what you're excited to see at Worlds, tell me if you are frustrated with the game because of Spectre Cell or anything else and what you'd like to see changed. Send me a comment, and look forward to more videos coming up. Alright guys, have a great day. Bye.